58-year-old Christy Redican tells me with her fair skin, blonde hair, and light-colored eyes, she knew she was predisposed to burn in the sun or even develop sun-related issues. But for decades, that didn't stop her.
Growing up, I was a sun worshiper and, used the album and the baby oil and all that terrible stuff.
Last year, Christy noticed this small pink freckle on the back of her heel. She says nothing in particular felt concerning about the spot. She just didn't like it, ultimately asking her doctor to remove it.
It came back as an in situ melanoma at first, and then the lab called me 10 days later and said it's a malignant melanoma.
Within days, she had a golf ball-sized piece of her heel next to her Achilles removed. Her doctor also removed the lymph nodes in her groin just as a precautionary measure.
It was the day after Thanksgiving. He called me at 9:30 in the morning. I thought, oh, this is not good. The doctor's calling me during Thanksgiving break. And he said that the pathology came back and one of the 3 lymph nodes had a little bit of the melanoma in it.
That call from her doctor confirming her malignant melanoma was metastatic, spreading beyond just her ankle.
Melanoma loves to go to the lymph nodes or spread distantly, and that's always the concern here. So what happened to her does happen, unfortunately, to quite a bit of people, where when we find melanoma, it's already had some spread, and then removing it and treating it becomes a little bit more difficult.
Dr. Deanna Huffman, who's a part of Christy's care team, says melanoma cases are on the rise. About 100,000 new cases of melanoma are reported in the U.S. per year. But by 2040, that number is expected to jump up to almost 500,000 cases per year. Dr. Huffman says it's from poorly regulated tanning from the 50s through the 80s.
A lot of what happens is when you damage your skin in your teens and your 20s, melanoma can sit dormant or can accumulate more damage over time, and that's something where you're going to see a melanoma pop up later in your life, like maybe in your 50s, 60s, or 70s.
The start of summer is a great time to remember all the ways you can protect yourself from the sun's dangerous UV rays. Wear sunscreen of at least SPF 30 and reapply often, especially if you're sweating or in the water. Cover your skin with long sleeves and pants. Wear hats to protect your scalp and sunglasses to protect your eyes. Avoid sunlight during the peak hours of noon and 4. And while you should enjoy the pool or beach, spend most of your time under an umbrella. Dr. Huffman also says when you're checking your skin for odd or new spots, be sure to look everywhere. That includes behind your ears, on your scalp, between your toes and the bottoms of your feet, between your fingers, and even in your nail beds. She even encourages women to take a break from nail polish every now and again. As for Christy, she underwent a year of Keytruda immunotherapy treatment and is looking forward to the summer while being much more cautious in the sun. When I asked her if she would have done anything differently when she was younger.
Oh my gosh, a ton. I would have never gotten a burn, first of all. I would have never gone to a suntan bed. And I would have worn sunblock. I would have stayed out of, I would have gone in the sun. I just would have been much more careful.
Really important information there. Elena LaQuatra reporting. Dr. Huffman reminds us of the ABCs of melanoma. A stands for asymmetry, a spot that's not perfectly round. B, irregular borders, jagged edges around the spot. C, color, a color you don't normally see on your body. And D, diameter, stands for a spot that is greater than 6 millimeters. And finally, E for evolution, talking about a spot that changes over time.